And good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everybody. I know, hello. I'm late. I am very late today. I am so late, I have not even been able to put my face camera on yet. So if you just bear with me a second, I will resolve that issue and you can all look at my not so lovely face. The fun and games, The fun and games. Oh, no, that's twisted. That's Twisted is messaging me. Thank you very much, Twisted. I know I'm late. Just a small conversation with my neighbour, and it's just overlapped a little bit, just a little. So let's get my face cam on, and then we'll get on to Combat Patrol issue 24. Oh, dear me. Sorry about this, people. I know I'm running really late. I will be with you in a moment. I will. Honestly, I'm still here. I am still here. I've just got to start a few things such as cameras and whatnot. As Lava Talks is all about it as well in a moment once I've actually got on properly. Let's see now. Copy me. Go to here. Find out where I should be on the screen. Put me on the screen. Is that me on the screen now? Nope. Yes, there I am. Hello. Good morning, salutations, and anything else that's going on in your world today. I hope it is good. Right, my desk hasn't been cleared properly since Monday, so yay, that's the fun bit. We have to open the glue because we do need the glue today because we're finishing off the rest of the Guardians. Don't do that on screen. Now, Sparkles and the children have gone out for a short time, which is great for me, but I'm also left with the kitty cat. So I have glue sorted. I have 9 torsos from last time. I should have 2 sprues still, one with a load of weaponry and one with torsos and heads. But also with this issue 24, we also got the missing sprue, which is the heavy weapons platform and the leader, or the 10th guy, essentially, as well as all the bases, I hope. So I'm just going to check all the bases first because it's the one thing you really need if you're putting these on. So we should have 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and a heavy weapons platform. We have everything. Bear with me one moment. My kitty cat wants me for something. What's the matter? Have you been fed? You've been fed? You have. You have. I'm not giving you another one. It's too early. So where did I put the other magazine from last time, which is the one that's going to tell me how to put the rest of them together? Yeah, because this one's going to tell us how to paint. So it's the painting, reading, collecting the Eldar, and then a little scenario at the end. So this one's not even going to tell us how to put the rest of them together. There's not much. No, kitty, I'm not feeding you. And if it's not food you want, I know you've not long been out. So what's up? Now, I am hoping this is actually going out to people. I'm going to do something that might cause a little bit of distress for a moment, just because if I don't have anyone there, then I don't know if I'm actually live or not properly. So, and having a little kitty cat doesn't help. Right, yeah, see, there you go. That's the distress over with. I am actually live. That is good. I am sorry about being late today. So while I'm putting the torso together for the 10th person, yeah, the reason I'm late today is because I was very, very silly last night and didn't take the tablets on time. So I was nicely tucked up in bed, and it's about 3 o'clock in the morning, and I can't figure out why I can't sleep. It then dawns on me that I am supposed to take tablets, and I haven't took them. So I didn't take my tablets till 3 o'clock this morning. I'm supposed to take them about 8:30 each night, so that by the time they've got into my system, I can go to bed. Now, but if you take them late, they don't work that much. Good afternoon, evening, Beaky. How you doing, man? I can't seem to find the issue 23, which has got the building instructions on for these guys. But saying that, I have done a lot of them, so I should be able to get it through. You've only just got. I've not long been up. Well, I've been about an hour and a half now at this point, but that's not long really. Within that hour and a half, I've had to go out, buy the magazine, buy cat food, which I know you got cat food, Cat, because I went out with one and got it. And I know you got fed because I can see the open box. So don't try and get me like that. Oh, you've knit my dressing gown. Right, okay. Stay up on my dressing gown then. Right, so dry fit leg number 1 on. Why is this one? Oh, this one's the one that's supposed to be kind of running. I forgot another one that's kind of running. It looks like I should have 2 that are running. One with the left leg in the air, one with the right leg in the air. So I'm hopefully that's right. So leg in 2. And then glute leg onto torso. And then get other leg and drive. So fiddly and so small. They really are. The other leg and dry fit to make sure it does go in. Then you pop your glue on. Only a little bit. You don't need loads, even though I know I have a habit of putting more on than is actually necessary. So the more on could possibly be used to describe me sometimes. But yeah, I know you're supposed to be running, but you're not supposed to be running quite that much. And this is how you check you've actually got them lined up right. You line up the bums. Might seem like a bit of a silly way, but believe it or not, it's quite bloody accurate. Now legs, I mean, they're really, that's like legs touching. Them legs are touching. Why are those? All right, no, that's why, because that leg's not quite straight. All right. Torso number 10. Now, all of this, none of this actually has any front bits on it. Sorry, back bits. So that means that all of them are the back bits for them. So that will be what? All the 2s all the ones, and we have a 3. Now, the 3, I'm guessing, is supposed to have the 5 on the back of it, or you can put a 4 on the back of it, which is the same little finicky things on there, but the 5 is much longer with some knobbly bits, and the 4 is just the same. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, now I have 10 with little flappy hair bits, and obviously a full 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 with no flappy hair bits for helmets. Well, I don't like it when they give you multiple choices for the same things. Fair enough, if they have helmets, they have helmets, leave them with helmets. But giving them in like this, where you've got 2 different forms of helmets and 2 different weapon loadouts. So just to talk you through that, you can build 2 different types of Guardians out of these. You can build the standard Guardians, which are the Guardian Defenders, and then you can build the other Guardians, which I can't remember what the other Guardians are called. I think they're called Storm Guardians, but I've never used them, played against them, or anyone mentioned them really in my small little gaming circle. So I'm not sure if they're called Storm Guardians or not, but they might. I'm pretty sure they are. And they're the ones with the like hair stuff off the back and come with pistols and swords, as opposed to long range pew pews. Now again, small amount of glue around the inside. Find the torso that you wish to place it on. Line it up so the vents go over the shoulder pads. And you can see there's 2 little vents just above. I don't know if you can see them as well as I can. And they go just over the shoulder pad. I'm just going to have a quick look on here to see if there's anything distinct to say this is what the one who's controlling this should wear. And there's nothing blatantly obvious on this section to say who should be controlling the heavy weapons turret. And there's nothing on there, and there's nothing on there. So if I'm going to say who's controlling the heavy weapons turret, I'm going to put the number 5 on. Now that means knobbly bits. It is knobbly bits. Lots of knobbly bits. There's all these sprues are just full of knobbly bits. Knobbly bits and flanges. So Mr. Heavy Weapons Control Platform is going to get the one with knobbly bits on. I don't know if it's right. I just want him to stand out so I can go, that's the one that should be controlling the heavy weapons. Probably got it wrong. Probably got it completely wrong. Yeah, it's the correct last test. Knobbly bits. Knobbly bits, flanges. And don't forget the arse cheeks. Technical model term. Now, tiny bit of glue on the bottom of that foot, because that's the only one that's actually making contact. And now it'll actually give me an Eldar stood up, I hope. And I've got to leave a bit of room at the front because arms and gun overhang and things. But haha, we have one on a base, waiting to receive arms and a head. Oh, it was on a base until I knocked it over, and now it's not. Oh, don't be an ass with me. You're just gonna be an ass with me, aren't you? You can't be anything but an ass with me. All right. Don't fall over this time, please. There we go. Next torso, next base. And that's how we do these ones from here on outwards. Now, because it's going to take me so long to put them together, I will be talking through the paint section. But if you're thinking, well, you're not done painting for ages, I will be doing painting on tomorrow night. So tomorrow night, I have to paint people for the circuit, for the what's it called? The sea level. So I've got 3 characters to paint tomorrow. So don't worry, I'll be going back to painting again soon. I will be going back to painting again soon. Monday, I believe, will be Lazarus's base this time. Because I would like to get him finished. He's taken up a lot of room on my desk. So his base and his backpack need to be completed. To do that means I'm going to have to spend work on it. Good morning, Twisted. Good morning. I know I'm yet to get back to you on Discord. I'm aware that I have messages. I'm just running very late today. So I have noticed that Discord's telling me that I've got some messages to receive. As well as all the other people who have sent me messages on Discord. I haven't forgotten. I will get back to you today. I've just not long been up. So, and I do need to get me magazine done today. I mean, there's going to be people who are thinking, where is he? He's late. He's like 2.5 hours late. No. So hopefully those people will get a chance to catch up later. So if you normally catch me on these streams and I am late, I'm sorry for that. But please catch up later. Leave me a comment. Let me know if he's up to the usual standards for you, or is it much better when you catch it live? Well, I was talking away, but I wasn't talking to myself. It happened to be, I set the stream up and I thought, right, I'll set it up for past. I'll just nip outside briefly. So I'm all nice and calm and woke up and ended up talking to one of my neighbors. And yeah, next thing I know, it's like, oh crap, I need to go. I've got a stream starting. It's like, why? What time's your stream starting? 1/2. You're already late. So what? So it's 22. So shit, and then ran straight in, set up, just rush started, which is why the camera wasn't even on for my face cam when I came in and everything. It was just, oh yeah, I enjoyed the chat with my neighbor, but timings I need to get better at. I definitely need to get better at timings. Had the snips the wrong way around though. So no, you've got to come through this way for this one. Come on. 2 and 3. Why are you twisting like that? You're not supposed to twist like that. You only twist like that when you've not got all your snipped them. And that'll be why right there. I found the bit. Yeah, it is good to keep up with the neighbours. I don't mind that neighbour. That neighbour's all right. You've got other neighbours that are essentially, I might as well be living on Coronation Street with some of the other ones that are over that way. Well, that way's fine. I like that way. I'm out the window that way. But it's weird where I live. Although I'm not directly connected building to building with them, I live so close to other people that I have several neighbours that are within knocking distance. I'm not even leaving my little yards. I can knock on that one, knock on that one, knock on that one. at least make a shout over to the ones over there. So I have a lot of close by people, which some people don't like, and I can understand having so many people right on your doorstep. But luckily for me, it's actually quite a quietish area, apart from the square. Square's the square, though. We'll deal with that. Yeah, there is just too much drama. Too much. Luckily, I'm not usually involved, or very, very rarely, which is good. Or if I am, it's usually I'm only involved as far as talking to one half, and I don't really talk to the other half, which does only leave me with half the information, but half the information is sometimes good enough to go, I'm not going near it to find out the rest. Ooh. So you're starting with the Ultra Smurf first, and then you're going to move on to the absolutely wonderfully sculpted, beautiful Vindicator Assassin. That's still going to be one of the best sculpts I've seen out of them for a long time. For a very long time. Somebody actually put effort into that one. You can tell. I've realized I am also on a bit of a time scale restraint. It is the half-term break at the moment, so we do have. Yeah, if you ignore the odd burnt out car, it's a lovely area. Well, it is compared to other places where burnt out cars are a landmark. My little section is quite nice, and it is literally only a little section because you move not far away from my little section, and you do get into the rougher, readier parts. But just my tiny little section is quite quiet and nice. Umbral 6. What's an Umbral 6? The hood? Oh, you mean neighborhood? Right. Yeah. No. Yeah. We have. I think we still technically have some members of the Quality Street that live around here. Technically retired members, but let's face it, you never retire from that life fully. We have a few others as well that claims. Oh, that's the sculpt designation. I didn't know that. I'm a geek, but I'm not that bad. I don't memorize designations of sculpts. Unless that's your designation, in which case that's fine. If that's their designation for sculpt, then that's just how have you even got that information to do it. Tinnitus is starting up again. I've got a really weird buzzing in my ear. I mean, I always have it. It's just that this time it's getting quite loud. Quite loud. It's rather distracting. It even has special rules. What for him being sat in the silly little statue head? I say silly little statue head. It's fucking huge and it looks brilliant. I'm calling it silly because I don't have one and I want one. I'm jealous. I'll never use it. Probably never even paint it. I'll be too afraid to paint that model. That's why the stomper's not been done yet. It's like, what happens if I fuck it up? It's a big model to strip back down. So that's why my stomper's not been done yet. I'm scared. And I know there'll be some people thinking, I've seen you just slap paint on some of this shit. I mean, literally just blah, 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 blah. Done. What? You're just scared of painting one bloody model. Yeah, I am. It's big. Lots of bits on it. And the amount of Gretchen that I'm going to have to paint green. And that means I've got to leave green then out of... Yeah, well, green out of the main colour scheme. So it's blacks, blues, reds, yellows, silvers. And you can really overdo it with the colours. So I'm trying to be as delicate as I can when I approach that one. Yeah, it looks impractical to use on a table. It looks like it's got the footprint of a dreadnought for somebody who's super slim. And basically, someone who's about that big has got the same fucking footprint as something that's that big. That's stupid. It's ludicrous. Why would you even do that? Apart from to make a cool diorama looking model. But you should be able to take the guy off the statue and just stick him on a normal 28mm base and just have him on the table as a normal Vindicator. Or Vindicator. That way you could use him. You could put him on the display base, and you could put him on an even nicer display base. But it's display base on a display base. So it's 32mm base. So it's the same base as that. Oh, that's a 40. That's a 40. Where's the 32? Are you seriously telling me out of all the Space Marines, all the primary Space Marines I actually own, I can't find a single 32mm base? Oh dear, that's bad. That's bad. I should be able to at least find one. In fact, I know where one is. One's not too far away from me in a box. It's just behind other boxes. I've got 5 Infernus Marines still in there. I think I've got Infernus Marines left to build. I've got the Terminator Captains that I need to convert with Power Fists. I've got... Oh, there's a 32mm base, you fucking moron. That's a 32. So yeah, what should be on that base is on that base. That doesn't make sense. Because these are the 28mm and the 32mm are the slightly bigger ones. It'll take me long enough just to get around to remembering some things. As I said, I didn't get up that long ago, and technically I've not even had my first cup of tea yet, although I do have a drink now that I think about it. I'm just going to grab it quickly. One moment, please. Should have a drink somewhere. I remember opening it up. Oh, it's not a coffee, but it's full of goodness. Put that on to one side because there's no room on my desk right now. Yeah, I'm not fitting a cup or a can or anything on my desk at the minute, so on the deck next to me, he has to go away from where my feet will be, so I don't accidentally swing around and kick it. That's one. Two. Oh, which one's not clipped right? Ah, fuck off my finger. Don't clip your finger. Clip the plastic. And third and final. Oh, sorry. 10th and final. We've done. Yeah, 7 so far. Getting your snips in right areas is sometimes a pain in the backside. So be careful. Don't get frustrated. Take your time. That sounds like there's more work than I've got to do with my stomper. And first of all, this is going to sound bad twisted. You're fucking crazy. But don't take it in a bad way. You're crazy because you have brilliant ideas and somehow you actually managed to get them out. I'm not sure how you do that, but your ideas fucking nuts. It already comes on as you said, a 32mm display base. So you're going to make a display base for the display base. Yeah, that's obviously something I'd think up. It's like, how can I make this even harder than it already has to be? I know. Let's turn the entire thing into a diorama. But whereas I try it and it's a trial and error method until I get it right, which can take bloody ages. You seem to get it right quite often. Although you've had lessons and you do put a lot of work into your bases, I've got to say. Whereas I'm much more of the rough and ready type of bish bash bosh done. Let's get on and play type of. I mean, I do enjoy painting, but my initial love for the hobby was playing, not painting. You would never have guessed it, seeing as I've played 3 times over the past 3 years. 4 maybe, no 4, because I played Ezra as well. I need to go back and replay Ezra, but I need to do it as a better army. One that's not designed to face Grey Knights, essentially. Because I took an army to face Grey Knights, and well, Steve didn't play, and I played Ezra, but Ezra had guard, so I just shot him off the table quite quickly because I was expecting to take. Basically, I'm going to face Dread Knights, Land Raiders, and Elites. Third edition is when I got back, essentially. No, third edition is when I started. Ish. Kind of the transition period between second and third. And then I didn't play any of fourth. I dropped out of it fourth and got back into it towards the end of fifth, which was the Assault on Blackreach box set. And that's how I ended up with Orcs. Because, well, you always split the box between you and a friend. Yeah, I was more on Necromunda than I was on 40k. Necromunda's a fun game. Until you get the luckiest roll you should ever get in your life and people stop playing them. I'm sorry, with a rapid fire, well, with a heavy stubble where you have to roll 2 ammo dice and you don't get a single jam, but you manage to get 5 shots off and take out pretty much half the team due to killing one of them and the rest running away. It takes the fun out of it for your opponent. But if I didn't shoot him first, he was going to get shot down, and he had the furthest to fall. He had like a 15-inch drop, so he was going to die if he fell. So I had to use him first, just to make sure I got use out of him. How you doing, Joey? See, I know you have nothing to do with precog, because otherwise I'd actually tell you that's not one of us. We know it's not one of us because he's not put any winning lottery numbers down yet. If it was a precog, I would be telling my missus the winning lottery numbers. Who wouldn't? Hey, Joe, you're getting the full title. The full degenerate title. While you're sat there, supposedly at work. Supposedly. I don't know how much work you actually get done. Might be next to nothing for all I know. Hookity diddles. That is the 10 Guardians with torsos. We're going to do the heavy weapons platform last. So now I need to find out roughly is right. So 99, 99, 67, 67, 82, 82, 85, 87, 70. Right, so there's something for a heavy weapon dude to be using. There's a grenade if I wanted an individual hand. So I'm going to guess that 99 and 100 go together. 66 and 67 go together. 82 and 83 go together. So that's 1, so that's 2, 4, 6, 8. 9 will be. Oh no, that's 88 and 87 all have. Do they actually have hands on them? No, they don't have secondary hands on them ones. And some of them do, like these ones here, have a secondary hand just underneath holding it. Well, I know that's a lie because I only go up to 59. That's as high as our numbers go, 59. So it definitely ain't a 95 in there. Are you all right, mate?
Yeah. I have a bounce ball.
You have a bounce ball.
A mega one.
Oh dear. Well, just keep it away from my desk for me because there's lots of stuff I can get knocked off.
I can show you this.
Give me 1 minute. Let me make this clip.
Okay. Wait.
There we go.
Actually on stream.
I am actually live on stream. Hello, everybody. I am talking to Mini Laz. And you've got to show me a ball. Nice ball. Nice new ball.
It's a mega bounce ball.
It's a mega bounce ball. So,
if you want to see how bouncy it is.
You throw it. Wow, that's super bouncy. Okay, you go have fun with that while I carry on with this, okay?
Okay.
And we'll have some fun bouncing that later. Such fun times. I say Mini Laz because he is a mini version of me. As Sparkles keeps like to point out, he's the exact same as you. What do you mean he's the exact? Can't be the exact same as me. I'm 40 odd. He's just like you. Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? I don't know. Twisted said hello, mate. He's not heard that. He's gone upstairs to play now. Or if he did, he'll come crashing down the stairs in a minute. Hey, what? Yeah. Yeah. He'll come sprinting down if he heard me. If not, then I should be okay for a second. Tiny bit onto you. So I can get you up in the shoulder. Right, you stay there a minute and stay wet. Shouldn't have said that to the female Eldar, should I? But I did. It's a bit late now. I know. Other arm. Other arm. And this is the really fiddly bit. He'd wear my stuff if he could. He nicks my hat when we're going out and it's sunny. He nicks my old hat. Which I don't mind because it is a little bit small on me. But yeah, he is a little version of me. As much as it might irritate Sparkles sometimes. Anyway, Drew, you can't really say much about me being a precog. You've got less hair than me. Even though I shaved mine, I've technically got more. Not by much, I know. I'm only counting the extra 4 strands, but still it's more. Arms. Helps you actually put it in right, and it doesn't twist at the shoulder like it's doing right now. So then glue ends up all over the bleeding place. There we go. Tiniest bit of drop on that, tiniest little drop on that. And then we try our best not to break and damage all the work we have just done putting the other arm on. Like I've just done. But his hand's not joining up. There we go. 2 hands. And this is what takes so long. Good morning, Captain. How you doing, man? Is it a day off or is it a... Yeah, is it a day off today or are you in work? I'm hoping it's a day off. Now, if you're wondering why I'm not actually going through the numbers, it's because... No worries, Captain, no worries. Yeah, I'm not going through the numbers because I've lost issue 23. I think I might have thrown it away by accident. Because I do throw certain issues away once I no longer need the magazine. A lot of the Tyranids and a lot of the Space Marine stuff has gone now. I just didn't have the storage for it. I hope you have a good day at work, mate. I hope it's nice and quiet and peaceful. Bosses don't come round at all. And even if they do, then they can get fobbed off easily enough. Yep, done it, go away. And then they'll go away because they believe you've done it. Whether you have or haven't. Just go away. I don't want to speak to bosses today. Get arm in rough position. It's not. That went into place. That's 3. This modelling thing never goes any easier. Never goes quicker either. So 199 again. And that's all the easy pair ups done. Somebody's got to spot what I've just done and had an absolute can. If you've not spotted what I just did, then don't worry about it. If you did, and you are having kittens now because of what I've just done, then calm down. It's only a bit of plastic. There's the person who goes absolutely nuts if he can't find a certain piece. When he knows he's got it and it's not working right. Well, Sparkles is back, I know that much. I'm not sure where she's hidden. She's hiding. But I know Sparkles has come back with Mini Me and my Rocket Child. That's 2 different children, by the way. Ah, there's Sparkles. I knew she was back. I knew that because the kids were back. What I couldn't see her. I can just hear weird things coming from the kitchen. I can hear weird things coming from the kitchen most of the time, so it doesn't always mean that it's Sparkles. But this one is like, it should be her. Where is she? I've had at least a hello by now.
The kids came back before.
Did they run on ahead?
Yeah.
Okay, so that kids ran on ahead, that's why. Now it makes sense. There we go. 4. Twisted says hello.
Hello.
Sparkles isn't watching at the moment. Yep, that was the Mom. Right, so I've got 280. Right, so I've got 282s and 283s. So that's them 2. Oh, they're fusion guns. Right, okay. So it's going to be 70 and 71. I'm going to make him. I've got 2 41s over here. And 2 42s. Right, so we'll do 41s and 42s for them. Then there's another. We're getting there. No worries, Stick. Good to see you in, and good luck with your blood test, mate. hopefully it's all in the correct direction. No point saying I hope it's all right, because blood tests are never all right. There's always something wrong with everybody. What we want is them to be saying, yeah, everything's going in the correct direction. The right amount of this, the right amount of that, and the right amount of the main things that you're supposed to bloody have. So good luck, man. And one just needs to go in there and hold briefly. Just long enough for me to glue this arm, and then I can start putting it all together. Tiny little drop in there. Little rub on there. I know. I thought Necrons were bad and Tyranids were bad. These spindly little knifey buggers. These are just awful. At least that's 1, 2, there's 5 done. Halfway, well, not even halfway through. There are 11 models on this one. Fucking hell, Steve. There's not many days left this month. You do realise there's like, what, 9 days left this month? So it's just over a week. Yeah, I've got 2 Fridays left this month. Yeah, we'll make the 11th and then 28th. Am I completely? No, I'm putting 21st. No, yeah, so there's 2 Fridays left for this month. And then we're in March. Saturday. A week on Saturday is going to be the 1st of March. Don't forget to, you're not allowed to rave away with the MRI scanner going, dum, 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 dum. You're not allowed to sit there bopping away to it. They don't like that. They don't like you moving in them things. So don't start having a rave in the MRI, as I found out. So stop giving me rhythmic beats. I'm about the only person who sits there and starts dancing to the MRI machine. Just to get told off by the doctors. Everyone else goes, oh no, they're horrible things. I'm claustrophobic and I'm on. Shut my eyes and get into the beat me. Maybe it's my body secretly dreaming the hacienda was still open. Who knows, eh? Who knows? It's just a weird thing. See, I don't claw my way out, but I certainly annoyed them. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but yeah, I definitely annoy them. 54. 55. So we have another pair. I have to pair arms up until we get to that chappie. Once we get to this one, is it a chappie? Yeah, that's a chappie. Once we get to this chappy, that's when he gets the thing in his hand, the targeting scanny thing. So we go, look, there's somebody controlling the heavy weapons platform. Not that you need him to actually have that to control it, because it's kind of automated. It shoots on its own, and he can still shoot with his normal shuriken catapult. Which is now thinking about it, it's essentially just a big slingshot that fires metal discs. That's all a shuriken catapult is. It's a slingshot that fires metal discs. Very fast, I might add, but still. Premise is the same. You can even see it because they've even got the little rails along the top for them to shoot it along. It's nice and flat for them to go pew, pew, pew. It's weird. So Eldar fires super thin things and try and cut you up. Space Marines fire grenades, essentially. Dual detonation explosive rounds. What the fuck do you call that? It's a grenade. All right, why did you go on so easily? I'm not going to complain, I'm just going to put you down. Final two that need a two-handed gun. So now I've got to find a two-handed frigging gun. Then we've got 70. Where's the rest of it? Oh, wait a minute. We've got an 83. And we've got 83s and 82s. We're safe. We've got two 83s and two 82s. We are safe. We don't have to go rummaging through silly little bits. Now, I'm going to end up with a lot of spares with this. Loads of pistols, arms, swords, chainswords, power swords. I may even end up with a spare shuriken catapult or two. Who knows? But I'm going to have a lot. Space IDs at the space gate. Hey, look, they have civilians working. Most ships are crewed by civilians. Mortals, should I say. I say mortals because technically Space Marines are kind of immortal. Unless you kill them in war, you don't actually die. So yeah, they fill the ship with models. Yeah, he's not stopping at 50. I don't think that's happening either. Oh, I'm not stopping at 50. I'm going to keep going till this world can't take no more. And once I get past a certain age, well, that's when the night hits the fan, because then I'm old. Can't treat me like that. I'm old and frail. That's when I get to shit myself in the street and make somebody else clean it up. I'm looking forward to these days. I know stuff's going to hurt more, and there's going to be downsides to it, but you've got to make the best out of it. I'm not sure what's left on Joey's bingo card, because he's been most places as Joey, at least as far as I'm aware. So as far as bingo card and bucket list type stuff, I think he's actually done quite a lot. Certainly a lot of stuff that's on other people's bucket lists. It's particularly in the States, because they could call you back to active duty. they are going to have to be. Look, if they're calling back your lot, then they're desperate. Your lot's had decades to sit out of service, get out of shape, drink beers, smoke, eat, just get yourself completely not in condition to go anywhere and be in any front line or any back line for that matter. Yeah, that's going to be a dire day. Might be the best thing they could do though, because you've got to be trained properly. There's the bonus. You've got the working attitude of someone who's actually worked, which is another nice bonus. In fact, they're probably better off bringing you back, won't they? They might actually get some shit done. So yeah, you've done your must-sees, and now you've just got the, well, I won't mind checking that one out and checking that one out and checking that one out, but yeah. So you've done lots of, because you, as far as I'm aware, you did a lot of overseas work, didn't you, Joe? A lot of overseas work. Yeah, exactly. You get it. They can't not at that point. Right, I need to find a right arm. So that's the left. That's the left. Is that a right? Yeah, that's a right. And that's excellent. So last one is control the guy, and then it's just plop, 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 plop for heads. The head should be the easy one. He says. Head should be the easy one. I'm going to spend more time now doing the heads. I mean, it took me an hour to build the 10 guys. It's probably going to take me another hour just to do the 10 heads. Now that I've said it's going to be the easy part. Well, there's the two arms for the controller. So I'm going to sand down that little nubby bit that I missed. Nubbly bit. Nubbly, 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 nubbly. There we go. Yeah. Strange noises coming out of my mouth, please. They just ignore them. It's my body's way of telling me it's coming round. It's coming round. Slowly but surely, I will be in a state of consciousness. Full consciousness, that is. So yeah, I am doing this in a state of not quite full consciousness. I mean, close enough that I can do it. I mean, I've sort of been out to the shop. I've managed to navigate the world slightly today. I am very late because I should have gone to the gym about an hour ago. So I'll be going later tonight instead to the gym and get these done for today. Please, if you would, Mr. Eldar person, just like let your arm go into the socket. Like so. So there you go. The one that's actually controlling the heavy weapons platform has a mini control device, as well as an antenna to help him control it. Have I give it to him? Yes, I have given it to him. So that's all the spare bits, you see. So we've got chainswords, more shuriken catapults, fusion guns, which is nice. Are they the fusion ones or are they the fusion ones? Either way, ones that are designed for anti-tank. Plus lots of pistols, lots and lots of pistols and pointing hands and grenade hands. So I've got lots of spare bits. Should I need them? At the moment, I don't think I will. But should I need them? I've got lots of them. Same with heads. So I've got lots of bear heads. And then heads with plumy things. And then just the normal guardian heads, which are the ones I'm going to be using. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, it's just clip every single one of them off. 1, 2. Don't fall off, you little bugger. In fact, I'm going to put a small makeshift wall across the bottom just to make sure nothing pings off the bottom of my desk. I don't fancy looking for these heads down and below my desk. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Standard Guardian helmets. No funny stuff, no fancy stuff. 10 heads. Let's gather all you into the right spots. 2, 3. Little double glue in the neck area. Pick up a head. Pick up a body as well. That's actually how you pick them both up. Place the head wherever you wish them to be looking. Bish bash bosh, they're done. I mean, there's loads of battlefields all over Europe, obviously. It's not like the first 2 world wars took place in Europe or anything like that. So we do have 1 or 2 battlefields. I know they didn't entirely take place in Europe because certain things did happen in other places. I just don't wish to bring them up because they may be sore subjects for some. And quite understandable too. So yeah, all mine are going to have different, looking in different directions, and it just, because there's not much you can do with them all when they all look in same, you've got to try and add as much variance into it as you can in little ways. So just having the head looking different directions, either directly where they're facing, in the case of this one, so he's looking where he's. The D-Day landings, yeah, that's I mean, a lot of that's crap still on the beach. And then you have others where, in this case, he's looking more where he's running and carrying the gun. Well, that's 5 done already. So bear in mind what you got to look at the leg positioning before you put the heads on properly. I have just literally spliced off 5 of them. Yes, I know. So you see the feet are just, they're not looking like, they're certainly not looking in the same direction as the gun with the way the feet are pointed there. But they could be looking more forward. Whereas this one's definitely looking in the same direction as the gun. They're even walking in that direction. So then we put the helmet on looking in the same direction. I think, yeah, I've never been to Normandy. I've been under it technically because of the train that goes from London to Paris goes under the water. So technically I've been under it, but I've never actually been to Normandy. You're legging it somewhere, aren't you? Correct. And the last one, which is this one, actually wants to be looking at whatever this is. See, that's how fleet of foot the Eldar are. They can be running and still paying attention to something in their hand, but actually looking down. This one's actually supposed to be looking down at this one. No problem, Lee. How's the have you figured out the jar lid yet? Unscrewing, or is it a pop off? Or I'm joking. I'm winding you up. Calm down. Right then. Now I've got a heavy weapons platform with absolutely no idea how to do it because I've not got instructions. So this is where things like numbers come in helpful. So we'll start with 101 and 102. Sounds like a good place to start. Such awkward places to put those. Lunchtime. It's lunchtime. This is what happens if I'm running late. My entire day gets thrown out. Just one little thing. And that's it. My day's just out of sync now. So it's going to be a fun day today. Because I'm going to be like 3 or 4 hours behind everybody else. Because to me, it still feels like I'm doing this at what should be the right time. But I know I'm not. Because I keep looking at the clock. And the clock keeps reminding me, it's like, no, you should have been in the gym out 2 hours ago. Shush. Stop telling things like that. (101), 102. So that would imply that they go on. Yeah, that was I couldn't have done that any easier, right? So yeah, they go on like that. And they're the vent bits that pop up. So where am I supposed to actually glue this? So where would be the best place? It's going to be along all them teethy bits down there, isn't it? Oh yes, definitely get your coffee before you have to start getting any tools out. Well, remembering, even though I have to put glue on it, and that's not the best time to be sanding. So it's a better time to sand than not at all. So there's that bit. So 103, which is this bit, is going to be the middle bit that goes in there. I've not even started looking at the magazine yet either, have I? All I'm doing is basically catching up from issue 23. Which, to say the least, I'm not bloody happy about. Because, well, I'd like to get on with the magazine as well. See what colour schemes it thinks we should paint these. Tell it it's wrong. Because I'm going to do my own colour scheme anyway, as normal. Which I have laid out in a box somewhere. It's not too far away from what they're going to do, but yeah, that's going to be my colour scheme forever. So where's 104? 104's there, but that's actually the underneath bit. So we want 105, which is the shield plate. I got a feeling I'm missing like loads of stuff off this. 118, 113, 117, 111, 114, 115. Yeah, I just have a feeling I'm missing parts. Well, I'm not missing parts, but I'm missing stages because I've not got the magazine anymore. I don't think I have. Unless you happen to be nope. It's usually a good idea just to double check, when you think you've lost something or you've got rid of something. Let's just make sure if it's something that I do need like this. It's always good to make sure that I have got it or haven't got it. Especially when you're supposed to be following the instructions. Thank you very much, Twisted. Well, it was kind of already chose me because what was on the Wraith Guard when I bought them. I looked at it and it's like, oh, that's actually all right, that. Well, I don't mind that. I'll have a bit of that. So that goes on like so. That gives us a nice steady place to put that. Now, 105 is going to drop in here, and then 106 is going to drop across there, and that's pretty much it done if you're doing the bright lands, as far as I know. If I could be completely and utterly wrong, and if I am, correct me. I will be corrected if I'm wrong. I don't mind being corrected. If I'm right, I don't like being corrected. But if I'm wrong, I don't mind. So a tiny little bit of glue into small square area there. You pick up your base and it's got a little square on the front of it around here. And that's where that's supposed to line up to. There we go. Just got to hold that there now for a second. And that'll be the nice shield in place. And then it probably wants us to do things like shuriken cannons and all the weapons that are not going to punch a hole through a Land Raider. When we want the stuff that's going to punch a hole through a Land Raider. Because it's the one thing that I'm severely lacking in this army is anti-tank. So if we can stick a bit of anti-tank in, so I've got like a couple of Bright Lances on the Wraith Lord, a Bright Lance or two on the Walker, some Bright Lance heavy weapons platforms. So I've got something that can shoot at it. It does mean I've got to take a lot of units to do it, but look, if it stops the unit of Terminators assaulting my Guardians and taking an objective off me, then so be it. I will Bright Lance them until they are so bright that they are seen from the other side of the galaxy. So that is my Bright Lance heavy weapons platform, which I'm now going to glue onto its base. And there we go. So Bright Lance, man to control it, and 9 other guys. So that's issue 23, putting it together, finished with. let's actually move on to issue 24, which is what we got today with all these sprues that we couldn't do any of the 24 stuff until we'd done all the 23 stuff that got delivered today. They look nice. So, how they want you to paint your Eldar is paint everything red. Fuck base coating. No, base coating's for Muppets. Base coating's for morons, apparently. Just paint it red. It won't shine. It won't have any problems with that. It's not like it won't cover the plastic properly or anything. It won't give you 3 or 4 coats worth of the stuff that you're going to have to do. No, just paint it red like they say. If you're not a complete idiot, prime it, then paint it red. Okay, then it's asking us to go back through the guns, the faces, the piping, in this case the little thing that the guy with the heavy weapons platform's holding as well, and all the little vents and things on the backs of the legs. So there's some little tab things down at the bottom. I don't know if you can see it on there, probably not. Essentially, yeah, they painted red. No, paint black first and then paint it red. So go through all the accessories in the face, but leave the eyes, because that's going to make all things easier. Then they're asking you to paint any hair black, weapons black, the underside of the heavy weapons platform black, and then they move on to Corax white. Don't use Corax white. Save that for your highlights, but paint the helmet light. So if you want to go through the ivory first and then build it up into the white, Corax white highlight, fine. They're sending you straight for the Corax white. You've got nowhere higher to go than for highlights. You're going to have to low light everything, and then I'm going to teach you how to low light. So and then they're moving on to Wraithbone for all skin colors. Then you find all them little stone things that I think I remember mentioning about those, all the little gemstones that they have on them. This is the easiest one to find. You can see them right there at the front. And 2 little ones at the front. He's also got them down the sides, going and all. They're all over the place. They are covering these models. So they want you to paint all them gold. Then, getting them a crag blue. They want you to paint the middle of the things that you've just painted gold, blue, and the eyes blue as well. And if you follow their painting scheme, your Guardians should look something along the lines of these. Now, I know that is on the back of my guy with that, and all mine have helmets. They can't see you back there, mate. That's the camera that's looking at me.
Okay, but what if I just wave here?
Nobody can see you there.
Yes.
You can just about see you there. So, we're going to learn about the fall of the Eldari, the fall of the space elves.
Okay.
All right, you learning about it as well. Okay.
I just gotta stay.
Don't get scared.
Okay.
Okay. The fall of the Eldari. Pride comes before a fall, and so it was with the Eldari. Supreme masters of technology lapsed into contented complacency, unafraid of the younger races and unconcerned by any threat from without. They sank into indulgence. It was a mistake that would shatter their civilization and unleash a new horror on the galaxy.
Cool.
Right, so that's the basis of it. Apparently, I've got someone who wants me to read all this now. So whether right, okay, right. Once the Eldari civilization stood with the whole galaxy at its feet, their unparalleled mastery of travel, military strategy, and technology saw their empire spread practically uncontested across vast regions of space. On each world, a near-perfect paradise was established in which the Eldari sought to experience the highest of pleasures. Gradually, the Eldari turned from finding joy in learning and the mastery of skills to indulging in sensation and hedonism. Eventually, they became consumed by their quest to gratify every desire, falling ever deeper into their own passions and fantasies. Unbeknown to them, the dark energy of their decadence and corruption gathered in the warp, eventually gaining its own consciousness and becoming a new chaos god, Slaanesh. Slaanesh's violent birth unleashed a storm of potent psychic energy, fatally rendering the souls of billions of Eldari and other sentient beings and reducing the once proud Eldari nation into a broken husk of its former glory. So yeah, we have the fourth Chaos Demon because of the Eldar. And because the Eldar couldn't say, no, that's a bit wrong, yeah, they just carried on and they birthed a new Chaos God. That is not a good method. There are other sections in this, so a new path and going into Slaanesh and telling you about the Webway. All interesting stories that please read because it'll give you more information about the background and what's going on within the setting. So it will go into much more detail about certain parts of the Webway. And then it tells us about Forge Worlds. Forge Worlds are part of the Imperium. So amidst the steam and choking smog, the cacophony of industry rings out over the wasted surfaces of the galaxy's Forge Worlds. These are planets dedicated to just being factories. They pump out arms and ammunition, they pump out tanks, they pump out titans, knights, all sorts of stuff. So Forge Worlds are the producers for the Imperium. I'm not going to go too far into all the lore, and it takes all the fun out of it for you then.
Yes.
And then there is another story, Bonds of Honor, Part 6, which has come with this section. Guardian Defenders, the usual. Let's roll on the table for a background. Have you got a 6-sided dice, mate?
Yeah.
Can you roll it for me?
If I can find it.
Go on, you go find it while I read out what the other numbers do. Okay,
I found it.
The Eldar are a dwindling species. In times of war, those Eldari who normally undertake civic and artistic work are called on to the defense of their craft world. When mobilized and equipped with Eldari weapons and armor, these Guardian Defenders are equal to any professional unit in the galaxy. So to find out the background of our unit of Guardian Defenders, Mini Lads is going to roll the dice, and he's going to tell me what number he gets.
Okay, I'm going to roll it. 4.
Got a 4, so if you get a 3 or a 4, these Guardian Defenders are some of the most experienced Guardian warriors in the craft world, and they take on the most dangerous tasks. So these ones are veterans. These are going to take on all the tasks, all the dangerous tasks. These are going to go hunting down the big scary carnifexes and the non-emissaries and the units of Terminators, and probably not come out the other side. But that's a different thing. Now we have a data sheet for a Guardian Defender. Now, I think this is actually the first time we've looked at a Guardian Defender's data sheet. So going off the usual, we have movement, which in this case is 7. That's quite a lot. Toughness 3, so they're a little bit flimsy. They're not as tough as a Space Marine.
So, 3.
4 plus save is
4.
It's at least a save. It's better than a 6. 1 wound each, except for the heavy weapon platform. The actual platform itself, the big heavy weapons thing. This has 2 wounds, but it's also your big heavy weapon, so be careful with that. Leadership of 6+ and objective control of 2. So a unit of 10 gives you a total of 20 on an objective. It's going to be quite hard to shift them unless you start shifting units. Now each person comes equipped standard with a shuriken catapult, and that has an 18-inch range, 2 attacks, which is not bad. Hitting on 3s, a strength 4, so it's from there it's pretty much the same as a ball. Strength 4, -1 AP, 1 damage. They've asked us to equip the Star Cannon, which is a 36-inch range, 2 attack weapon with +3s to hit, strength 8, -3 AP and 2 damage. So great for killing Space Marines. Not so great for hitting things that have toughness 9, 10, 11, 12. As you get towards the higher end. It's not give us any other weapons profiles on here. So let me just see if I can pull up a Bright Lance. Eldar Bright Lance 10th edition. Let's see. No. Helps me type the word rules in, doesn't it? Otherwise, he's just going to try and sell me things. Data sheets. There we go. Support weapons. Nope, that does not have a Bright Lance on the support weapon. Why? I am really struggling to find the data sheet for a Bright Lance. Wraith Lords, they can take them, can't they? There we are, Bright Lance. So the one that I've got on it, this one is a 36-inch range again, so it's the same as the same range as the Star Cannon. It's only one shot, so it's an all or nothing type of gun. 4+ to hit, but with a strength of 12, AP -3, and D6 +2 damage. So it's anything from 3 to 8 damage from one shot, providing it hits wounds and they don't have a 4+ invulnerable save and make it. So there's a big difference between having a strength 8 and a strength 12, but I do lose an extra shot. So there is a compromise that I've had to go off on there. There is a compromise. Now it's going to give us a scenario, as it normally does. So in this game, we have the 2 deployment zones. The Eldari player deploys the Farseer in the location that's shown, which is right there. The Eldari player then divides the Guardian Defenders into 1 unit of 5 and 1 unit of 5 with a heavy weapon platform, and places them in the Eldari deployment zone. The Tyranid player deploys Von Ryan's Leapers on the location shown, which are here. And during each command phase, the Tyranid player rolls a D3. On the roll of a 1 or a 2, the player deploys a unit of 3 termagants at spawn point 1 or 2, respectively of what you roll. So if you roll a 1, they come in spawn point 1. If you roll 2, it comes in spawn point 2. If you roll a 3, they deploy 1 unit of 3 termagants in both spawn point 3 and 4. So that's 6 termagants that are going to go 3 in each straight away. So you roll 1 or 2, you only put 3 in one of those, depending which one it is. If you roll 3, you put 3 in each of them. How to win. If the Farseer is able to reach the Eldari deployment zone and survive to the end of the 5th battle round, the Eldari player is the winner. That sounds difficult, actually. If the Farseer is killed, or if they are prevented from reaching the Eldari deployment zone before the end of the 5th battle round, then the Tyranids win. Right, so just to go for an example, Eldari moved first, so they've moved the 5-man unit up that doesn't have the heavy weapons platform and kept the heavy weapons platform here, and they've moved the Farseer down away from termagants that spawned at the command phase. Then everything's going to open up and shoot. So if you really look at this heavy weapon platform, it's just going to mow through the Von Ryan's Leapers if you're really, really lucky, which it looks like most of them did. The defenders are coming for the Von Ryan's Leapers, and the Farseers shot them as well, because all the termagants are still intact. Everything's just piled into the Von Ryan's Leapers, which is not a bad idea, actually, because they're going to do better chance of doing the damage to the Farseer. The Eldar defenders are also charged in to stop the Von Ryan's Leapers from being able to move in, and hopefully the 4 of them that are left will be able to take care of him. But at this point, there are 9 termagants, 3 little units of 3 that are now popping around. They're going to be annoying for the Farseer. So you play through and you'll find out who gets the victory. Going off of that, I would say it's probably easier for the Eldar player at that point, because they've put a nice heavy 2-shot plus the only 5 shots from them to take out those 3 termagants, and he can just start advancing along this bottom edge when there's a lot of termagants up there. You just got to hope that there's no more pop-up here during the other command phases. But those Guardian defenders look like they have taken good enough care of that Von Ryan's Leaper, or at least clogged it up for a turn for the Farseer to start getting past and possibly be able to Eldritch blast it afterwards. These termagants down here I don't foresee lasting very long, and they're too far away at this point to making much of a difference. They've got a good enough range to be taking them on. So it looks like this has gone towards the Eldar slightly. So in my opinion, if I'm wrong and you've played this all the way through and you turn out another Tyranids won every single time, let me know. Because if I'm wrong on my basic math hammer, then I need to change my math hammer. Right. So that's the example battle. Now for the final page, which I will go through now. So now that we've got both sets of these out of the way, we know we're getting 2 more shades next week, don't we? We know we're getting Null Nile and the Caribou Crimson Shade. So that'll be the wash to go over all the stuff they just painted red. Issue 26, however, we are getting a full Wraithlord, which should be interesting. So that's the full model. It's not a 2-parter. We're getting the full Wraithlord in that one. So 2 new paints, new brush, and Tyranid faction abilities, which I'm guessing is going to be the Shadow in the Warp. Make everyone roll a test, and then if they fail it, then the broad battle shocks. Essentially, you could battle shock an entire army with that rule. Not that it's going to happen against the Space Marines, but you could get a few units. Well then, yeah, we got a Wraithlord. Tells us about what Spirit Stones are, and it tells about the different aspect warriors that come through the Eldari. So, nice new issues. I mean, Null Nile will always need the red wash, and I'll find a use for it eventually. I don't think I need it just yet, but I will find a use for it. And well, that Wraithlord is great. In case and I can show you what one is because I've already got one. I know technically it's cheating going, I've already got one. But yeah, basically we get this chappy next in issue 26. And as you can see, I've already got bright lance attached to him, and I think it's a shuriken cannon. So he's got a chance of taking out a few different things, as well as his glaive and his fist and his fusions. Or is it flamers? Flamers. The Wraithlord is a nice model. I hope we get it with this base, because this is a already done textured base. So I hope we get it with this one. You can see all from the reverse there. Looking at it, it looks like we will be getting it on this base, which is nice. So you don't have to do much basing for this one. Unless you're Twisted Nurse painting, and then there isn't a base designed on this planet that's good enough for you, and you will always go out and do one better. But that is the end of today. Yeah, so it's paints next week and faction abilities. I'm not sure how much modeling and painting is going to get done next week. Probably more painting than anything else. and then the week after we get to put the Wraith one together. I'm just hoping for some good weather so I can actually get the base coat down with the airbrush. It's absolutely chucking it down at the moment, so I'm not going to get a chance to. It's just too damp in the air. I'm not going to get a chance to use the airbrush. Really annoying that over this few months I've not been able to use it. Roll on spring, please. But yes, that's the issue for today. That was today's issue of 24 of Combat Patrol. If you've gone out and got it, there it is. If you've not gone out and got it and you were thinking about it, that's what you get in it. So thank you very much for everybody who's joined me today. So Twisted, Steve, Buzzard, Joey, Lee, and Captain. If you're still listening in work, get back to work, mate. You're gonna get fired. But yeah, thank you everybody for joining me today, and including little mini me here. Yeah, he's joined me on this one today because he's off school this week. Next week we'll resume as normal, and hopefully I'll be up normal time, much earlier than this one was. Until so Combat Patrol next week, and I'll see you all tomorrow night. Thank you very much, and drive safe.